Hello, fellow orchid lovers. It's Danielle here with a video just touching base with you. A really quick video about some things that are going on in my collection. Not a whole lot. Flowers are a little thin on the ground right now, but there's some promise of things to come. So I just wanted to share that with you. I know it's been a while too since I said hello, so I wanted to just check in really quickly. Two orchids that actually are not in bloom, but I thought were doing something interesting enough to share with you. There's these two mini phals. So this first one I'm bringing to your attention because, as you can see, it's decided to grow a keiki off of its stem, which proves difficult when it's time to water. But so far, every time I water it, somehow that water just comes out of the crown, and the keiki's doing pretty good, starting its own roots. So pretty pleased with that. So I thought that was interesting. I don't have a name for this orchid. It's just one of the mini phals that my husband has bought me over time. And I honestly don't remember if it came with blooms or not. So I don't even know what color those flowers are. But I thought that was kind of cool. And this one I'm just in love with. I really like mini phals. They're so compact and cute, but this one, its leaves are coming out mottled, which I guess, you know, I don't know what it's crossed with. It is a hybrid of some sort, but I just think that this is the cutest little mini phal. I have a bunch of new little roots coming out. Neighbor got home, dogs are happy, and sorry about all the background noise of dogs barking. But anyways, lots of roots. So cute little darling orchid. I wanted to share that with you. And then now we have some spikes that are coming. So this is my Saiku Marguerite. I know I'm not saying that right, so I'll show you the tag. It's just something I've been calling it since I've had it. This is I've had this Oncidium the longest. So that's the actual name. Saiku Marguerite, that's what I think it is, but I'm sure I'm not saying that right. And if you want to correct me, have at it. This has been a faithful bloomer for me, and I have abused this orchid like you have no idea. She came to me as a relatively small plant. She's had a few new growths. Every single season she has bloomed for me. Last year though, she just put up one single spike that had 4 blooms on it. So she wasn't that happy, but she did give it a try. This time she has 2 new growths, and both of them are putting out a single spike. So as you can see here, this spike is doing really good. So it's already pretty good signs that I'm gonna have more blooms than last year. And then the other new growth is putting up a spike here. And these blooms are really cute. They're tiny and they look like popcorn. So I really enjoy her. So I'm looking forward to those spikes. So that's her. This is one of my wildcats. I only have 2, and I have a suspicion that they're the same thing, even though I bought 2 different types. I think one that I bought was tagged incorrectly. So this is its newest pseudobulb, and as you can see right there, we have a beautiful spike coming up. So I'm pretty excited because this is the first time bloom on this orchid. I've had it for approximately 2 years. Its first couple of new growths were not too happy as I tried to figure out what culture it liked. At this point, I think I've figured it out because nice, beautiful, healthy pseudobulb and a spike. So I'm excited about that. This Phalaenopsis right here, this is one of the discount Phalaenopsis that I bought. I wasn't sure what color its blooms were going to be. Well, as you can see, she is starting to open. It's not, you know, fully open yet, but she just started popping open today. It's like she knew I was going to make a video. Aurora! Sorry, guys. And I really like how the petals are edged in this white. I can't wait to see her fully open, and I'll share her with you again when she does. But that's her. And then we have my Phalaenopsis equestris. This is the purple variety. This spike just keeps extending and extending and extending. So this orchid has been constantly in bloom since the spike started. She did start with like a cluster of 10 blooms, and then, you know, she has like 2 or 3 blooms at a time, and it, like I said, it just keeps extending. This orchid does smell pretty stinky. To me, it's kind of smells like rotting vegetation, kind of like a compost pile. She's really cute, but she doesn't smell so good. But the good thing is when she just has a few blooms, it doesn't smell as bad. Like, you really have to get your nose in there to smell it when it's just a few blooms. So I actually prefer her just to have a few blooms at a time, so that in addition to how beautiful she is, the stink does not bother me. So that's her. This is one of my no ID phals that I bought out of bloom. She only gave me one bloom, but you know, now I know what she looks like, and it's pretty. It's a really, really pale, pale butter yellow with a much, much brighter yellow. And you know, that throat is really beautiful with the red. So I wanted to share that with you. Also, my Phalaenopsis have a tendency to do this, and I don't know if yours do as well. When they're actively putting out a spike, they seem to also work on their roots and their leaves at the same time. It's really kind of wild. You would think that they would just want to focus on one thing, but my Phalaenopsis seem to be overachievers. So she has another another leaf poking out there, and she's put out a fair number of roots. So yeah, they seem to be overachievers, but we'll take it. So this one I'm really, really excited about because I'm under the impression that this particular type of Oncidium is hard to grow in basic circumstances, and then, you know, water culture, good grief, here we go. So this is my Wilsonara Eye Candy Penny Candy. I've had this one for a year now, perhaps just a year, coming in November. I got her in spike with another Wilsonara. That Wilsonara died, and that actually was a much healthier plant, and it died. But this plant, she seems to be pretty happy. She put out this new growth after I got her, and then she put out this new growth, and as you can see, I have a spike on her. So I am like over the moon thrilled that she didn't A, die, and B, she's gonna bloom for me. So I am so, so excited about that. So as I said, not a whole lot in bloom right now, but there are a few things and a few things to come. So that'll kind of span me through, I think, through the fall and maybe into the early spring when some of my other plants start to bloom. I do have to actually sit down and seriously go over my dendrobiums. I got a bunch of dendrobiums over the summer, and I haven't really looked too deeply into their winter care. Some dendrobiums need a drier winter, so I really have to do some research on them. So I was thinking maybe I would share my findings with you once I do maybe go plant by plant or type by type to help you understand how I'm going to be growing my dendrobiums this winter. I did have a deciduous dendrobium bloom for me in the spring, so I think, you know, I kind of know what to do for those types of dendrobiums, but I have some nobelies, but those are high. I have, I think, just one. It's a hybrid. I have I don't know, I have a bunch. I have a few Latorias, and for me, those are continuous growers. They don't actually stop growing as far as I'm concerned in my environment. So anyways, I was thinking maybe I would just go through them and just share with you what I'm going to be doing. But I hope you all are doing really well. I have been popping in on, you know, whoever I follow that does have videos, and checking out your videos. I also do try to get back to any comments that you have. So I'm sorry if I missed yours, but I do genuinely try, even when I'm not posting, to try to keep in touch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I will be posting more videos, and I will talk to you all next time.